Hello everyone. In this video I want to go over the specifics of the TDI project. TDI stands for Travel Destination Information. I don't know, not the greatest, but not the greatest title, but what I was going for is I wanted you to build a web page like the one you see on the right over here that essentially has just information related to a specific place that you may potentially travel to. At the time when I was making this project up, it was a particularly cold day in Los Angeles, and I figured, where else is it even colder than here? And I said, you know what? I'm sure good old St. Petersburg, Russia is colder, so I built my page around that. Now, let me just explain to you exactly what's going on and what makes this page unique and how jQuery is heavily involved in it. Now to the left is kind of my really lo-fi mock-up of what I wanted to do. So over here you could see that I have the header section, which is where my banner and everything is going on over here. Now this banner to the right, it's what's actually changing the pictures from one to the other is the jQuery cycle plugin, and the actual pictures are located in my locally. They're not coming from anywhere. The reason I even mention that is because these icons down here are actually pictures that I'm pulling from Flickr. Now that's over here in the mock-up to the left. You see how I just have little Flickr thumbnails where I put in there. So these aren't things that are located on my page or my server. They're located on Flickr, and I'm pulling them from the public pool. Now I'm pulling these things, these images, based on the keyword St. Petersburg, Russia. So it's finding some related stuff. Obviously this guy is not necessarily, well, look, he is in St. Petersburg, but whatever I could get from Flickr. I didn't, I think I may even put St. Petersburg, Russia city, and kind of found some better looking icons, but play around with it. Whatever your travel destination place is going to be, just take a peek through Flickr and see what keywords are actually going to pull up what you're looking for, and then when you actually implement that through, oh, I should mention that's the Flickr feed plugin that's pulling that through. To the right over here is the local weather from St. Petersburg, and as you can see it's way cold, although it's another rainy day in LA, so I feel like I could relate, but I think I'm just a big baby maybe. Now that is being pulled in, that portion of it. You found a plugin called Z Weather Feed, and that made it pretty simple to grab the latest weather, so no problem there. Down at the bottom, all this content and everything you see here, this is all from Wikipedia. Now, I didn't copy and paste the content I found in there. Instead, I just used the getJSON function in jQuery and access the Wikipedia API to see how I could pull stuff from their page into mine. Now, if you actually go to the Wikipedia page, you'll see that the way I have my content over here, or actually their content formatted, is not exactly how it looks like on mine. Well, what I did is, because it was sort of out of context and I didn't have the same layout as Wikipedia does for their pages, using the web developer plugin, like I'll show you right here, I used this view style information. I kind of found elements. You see the top tag over here. I found elements, and I just put down in the bottom of my own style sheet how I wanted them to be styled. You see, here's if you look down at the three style sheets that are affecting that, the last one at the cascade is mine, and you see that for information P I have it to text indent 3, that's why it's indented like that, and I have some top padding over there. You could do this. I took out a lot of stuff from what I found. I noticed that I think I missed something when I was going up. Like you see, if you have something like this in the page, this is lame, right? Because the pictures aren't showing up from the way I'm pulling it. So what I would actually do is try to find the outermost red ring around there, and I see, if you look, I don't want to move it off here now, but if you look up at my top bar, you see that it says table dot collapsible collapsed, or whatever it is. I would probably just add a display none. Let's see if I even see that. Well, whatever. Basically what I would do is just target that class, that collapsible class, and well, let's see if I get the naming convention right. And I just put a display none for it. What was it? Collapse. This is embarrassing. So how do they? So yeah, there we go. And collapsible. Hold on. I'm gonna get the peaceable. There we go. There we go. You see how it just got rid of it exactly? So that's essentially what I did to wrangle the content in there, because when you just pull it out directly from Wikipedia, it's a bit of a mess. Okay, that's the information div, and then down all the way at the bottom, I have things you'd commonly see at the footer of any web page. I have terms of service, privacy policy, and a contact us. And when you click on one of these links, they open up in this thick box. I got the content for this stuff. Oops. I got the content for this stuff for like my privacy policy, and that from I just found it online. I just straight up used Google's privacy policy and their terms of use, and I did like a find or replace in a text editor, and I said find anywhere where it says Google or Google Inc., replace it with Dragos Bogdan, and there you go. And I also added a little contact us form, because I thought it was a nice little addition to the page. Again, so this was with Thickbox. And should also note that if you look closely at this font selection over here, this is not a web-safe font. Rather, this is a font that I thought looked, it's also over here, the St. Petersburg, that I considered to be Russian-esque, I guess, and I found this font and implemented it using the Google font directory. It's way easy to do, and it kind of gives you some nice, well, it expands your font options a bit, so that was pretty cool. Anyway, this is the project, and in the next video series, anything that is titled TDI Project at the end is going to be all about actually implementing a page similar to this one.